Wow, it's a big show today. We're talking Chris Nolan's The Odyssey on Versus. How's it going, everyone?
Hello, hello.
Going great. Good, man.
Cool. And let's see, it says, we're having trouble streaming to your destination. Is it
on
possible?
Rumble.
Oh, is it Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we're good. We'll keep going. Hopefully that. But everyone, how about like everyone just intro themselves, talk about your channel, and tell us what's up. Let's go.
Yo, what's up? Derek Anderson, the DA. Thanks once again for joining us for Versus. We're going to talk about what? Lanterns trailer? I didn't like it.
All right, we'll get into it.
Spoiler.
What's going on, everybody? Blaine from Criticless.com. Download it in Android and Apple app stores and go review Obsession, the only movie that I've seen 2 times this year so far in theaters.
Sweet.
What's up, guys? Dante from Verbal Riot, and I'm ready to talk about oranges. I mean, the Odyssey. The Odyssey. not oranges.
Hi, everyone. I'm Elaine here on YouTube at Nerd Cookies, where I cover sci-fi and fantasy news and analysis. Glad to be here.
I can't wait to talk about Odyssey and fights that lasted 17 seconds and Green Lantern. Truly, we're in the golden age right now. Let's talk about it.
Yes, Alan, Film Thread. We are on the road to 169,000. We're 12,000 away.
Subscribers.
Subscribers, yeah.
That's a very odd number.
There we
No,
go.
it's a very
Well,
appropriate number.
let's get into it. But before we do that, quick reminder to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, sign up as a member, join us on Discord, and also subscribe on Spotify. If you're listening to us, a lot of people listen to us. And so just a reminder, and go to shop.filmthread.com. We have new designs. This flawless victory. We have game logos inspired designs, which I think are great. So there you go. But Alan, let's get into the weekend box office.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, that's right. We are we're pulling that baby up
Yes.
right now.
Let me find it. Yeah,
I know. Here we go.
I love
Everybody, so let's go over those numbers. Coming in at number 1. Oh, come on. I rushed through all that. Here we go. There we go. Look, big surprise, but Michael comes in at number 1 with 26.1 million.
Wow.
Devil Wears Prada number 2, Obsession number 3, Mortal Kombat
Can I
dropped
pause-
65%.
Pause right there for a sec. Obsession was made for $750,000 by a YouTube creator who's in the movie. He plays one of the main 4 characters in the film. It's one of the best horror films this year, and they'll make a sequel to it. So that figure may not seem like a lot, but for a movie made for 750 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to point out that's a huge achievement.
And it doesn't feel like 750 grand. The
No.
quality is much higher than that. It's beyond impressive.
If there's any justice, it should get a sound design Oscar nom. Anyway, sorry, Alan.
Absolutely.
Please continue down the line.
All right. Sheep Detective beating out its rival Super Mario Galaxy. Project Hail Mary, which my daughter finally saw. Top Gun. Remember that movie? Comes in at 8. In the Gray and Is God Is rounds out the 9 and 10 spot.
Well, there you are. I think the big surprise and success story is Obsession. Blaine, I saw you post about it on X. Do you want to talk about it?
No, yeah, totally. I mean, that's the thing. I've been following these guys and their channel, It's a Bad Idea, for a couple years now. And it was comedy. And then they released a short film like a year or so ago that got a lot of attention called Milk and Cereal. And that was how this kind of came to fruition. And actually, the guy in the movie is actually his buddy. It's not Curry. Curry is actually the guy that calls in on the phone call. That's like the phone call answer or whatever. That's Curry. But the other guy is kind of his partner in crime. I can't think of his name offhand. But anyways, yeah, the movie's fantastic. The level of quality is far higher than what you would expect for a movie that cost what it did. And he's already apparently got another film that's already been filmed with, I think, Jake Gyllenhaal and Dallas Bryce Howard that already filmed and made. That's apparently in like, I guess, post-production, or I guess some point of production. Anyways, they've already filmed it. But yeah, these guys are knocking it out of the park. They're super funny. I just was blown away. And like I said, it's the only movie that I have seen twice this year. And it's another shining example of a YouTuber, content creator, whatever you want to call it, that has just knocked it out of the park. I mean, the writing, like Chris said, the sound design, even just the acting, the young lady that is in this movie puts on a performance that is beyond impressive. I highly recommend it. It's just so good. It's funny. It's gory. It thrives on tension, which a lot of movies just aren't capable of doing. And that's what has made it so successful on such a small budget, is they didn't need any of the frills. It's just an excellent script, and it's superbly directed.
And I will say,
Blaine is obsessed.
I am obsessed. Yeah.
well, it's like aspects of it are like a black comedy for sure. It's very dark, but strong recommend
Yes.
on one of the best horror films of the year. So there you go.
And
like that
props
actress.
to Indy Navarrete, man. Like I like her
dude.
a lot in Superman and Lois. I
say Superman and Lois
going to be kind of a big deal later. So kind of cool to see her like coming into her own, and you know, I think this might be a breakout for her.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be like the face of the crazy girlfriend forever now.
Oh yeah,
like in the best kind of way.
Yeah. Well, let's
Nice.
before we get to the Lanterns trailer, I want to let you guys know about something. Letterboxd is for sale.
What?
Crazy. So I learned this from Ted Hope, who is a film producer. I've followed his work for years. He did one of my favorite movies, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He produced that film. And he, on his Substack, is this is how I learned about it. It's for sale. Yep, it is. And there is a campaign on Seed and Spark, right? Where you can actually sign up. I'll you know what? I'm gonna put that up right there too. I don't know what you think about this, Blaine.
Yeah.
Could this be an opportunity?
I'm kind of perplexed, because right when we kind of launched was when Letterboxd really blew up and became kind of a name. It was unfortunate for us, but it was a weird thing where it sold for a lot of money. Like, I thought it was 30-something million. I'm seeing people that were saying it was put around 50, which was kind of crazy at the time. And so I'm just like trying to figure out if someone kind of bought it for a bit too much back when that happened. Like, is this one of the scenarios where they've just raised the value, they're going to flip it and sell it for more? It's an odd thing. I'm curious to see who buys it, but it's one of those things where there was a big shift after it got sold last time, and I'm curious to see what happens to the platform this time. And we started getting, actually not long after the sell, we started getting a bunch of people on Criticless that were leaving Letterboxd because they were having their accounts deleted, reviews deleted, and moved off because they did not have the right opinions. And we're not, I guess, politically correct in the right way. So I don't know what this ownership's going to entail.
Well, this campaign involves getting a group of people together to like crowdfund selling it. They've got a promo video. I'll play the video. It's like just over a minute.
If you love movies, there is a whole social network dedicated to film lovers.
Is this just some rock and roll music? Just like what? Where's the info? Where's the pitch?
Right.
I don't see what the pitch
There's
is.
no pitch. It's just
There's no pitch. It's just some promo video.
So, I mean, if you invest in this, who's the real owner? Who's the one making all the decisions? Why would
That's the
right.
thing. But Blaine, what are your thoughts? And what are you looking at buying them or?
Yeah. No, absolutely not. But I would not put money into this. I'm curious. So a lot of people don't know, but they use the same database that we do. That database really compromised us, and I know that it compromised everyone else that used it, and we are still dealing with that. And I am curious how they are handling it because of all the copyright stuff. They've got to be, if they aren't in a mountain of legal issues, it is literally because they are just outside of the United States, but I don't think that has let them dodge it. So there are things behind the scenes happening with this too. I don't highly doubt it's worth $50 million.
Well, I think anything in tech is always overinflated. The value's always overinflated. So I don't know. I know people like Letterboxd. We push people toward Criticless. It's good to have sort of a record of all your movie opinions. So,
yeah, I mean, that was the thing, and why I built Criticless was that, like I said, Letterboxd hadn't really grown into that thing yet. There wasn't a place that was a more social platform, but now Letterboxd has really become a very specific type of niche. It's become very pretentious as far as a platform. Gary and I were actually talking about it last time I saw him, and we were kind of laughing about like the Letterboxd user, because they had announced that they were going to add shows like we have on Criticless, and the user base like rioted and went nuts and was like saying that they didn't want TV shows on there. It was only movies. It's just a very kind of hoity-toity audience that it's become over there, and we're kind of trying to be the polar opposite over on Criticless.
So would you say Letterboxd is like the blue sky of social?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is. All
right. From that L word to a new one. Lanterns. The new trailer is here. And I saw it. There's green. They actually put the color green in the Lanterns trailer. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but I'm dying to hear what you think. Let me share it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it together here.
Careful for the strikes, man.
Yeah.
What, are they gonna
for the
strike?
claims.
Oh, really? Are they doing that?
Warner Brothers used to be really
Warner's bad about it.
Warner's
now.
very bad with claiming.
All right. Well, we'll you know what?
Yeah.
We'll clip it.
Cut
We'll
it,
clip
yeah.
it. But let's watch it. It's 2 minutes. Let's go. Okay. What do we think, everybody, about this?
It
I think
looks
it's
better than the first teaser.
Yes.
Obviously, they finally show him using the ring. There's finally some green in the goddamn trailer, so that's one thing. The problem is, man, the taint is already there. It looks fine, to be honest with you. If DC or Warner Brothers didn't have the legacy of shit that they have, then I could watch this and be like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. Problem is, though, the taint is already there. It's everyone's going into it thinking it's going to suck. So if it's better than that, great. But the intention is already there that it's going to suck. Now, I always try to give everything a chance, a fair shake, and I'm going to give this a fair shake. And if I'm wrong, I'll just say I'm wrong about it, and it's a great show. I don't think the hype I don't think there's any hype after this trailer.
I mean,
I
I'm
saw,
supposed to be
I
excited
could be
that
totally wrong.
Nathan Fillion, why is he there? He was very out of place in that.
Well, that's the question
Nice
I have:
show.
is does the ring turn you into an asshole, or
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's one big setup for, Hal Jordan gets one season. We're going to kill him off, and then it's going to be the Jon Stewart show, which, okay, whatever, man. I like Jon Stewart as a Green Lantern. I like the character. Why not just have it be his show then all the way through instead of just killing Hal Jordan off? Because that's where this is going.
It just had big Last Jedi vibes. Like, this is the washed up old hero that's going to get one-upped by the smarter, better. I'm going to do this better than he's ever done it before. That line, even though I was like so teetering on it, that line at the end, I was just like, oh, hell no, not this again.
Yeah.
I think I'm out.
Yep.
The dialogue was pretty, I don't know, boring. I don't know. There was nothing that stood out to me. And I feel like they just put the F word in there because it's HBO and we need to make sure this isn't, for kids. I don't know, it just did, but it sounded weird, his line delivery.
yeah. Well, I think if
Yeah.
the Lanterns can end racism once and for all, I'm all for it.
It's funny that Blaine mentions The Last Jedi, because in my head, I'm thinking what Mark Hamill said about Luke, where he's like, I fundamentally disagree with every decision Ryan has made about my character. And I fundamentally disagree with every depiction they're currently going to do of both John and Hal, specifically Hal.
Yes.
All those leaks got proven true. It's going to be white supremacy villains. It's going to be literally in the article in Entertainment Weekly. He says that specifically it's about replacement, and that's why they made Hal older, because when is it time to step aside? And that the guard, and this happens in the comics, by the way, where the ring doesn't choose John. That's why he's saying maybe you should be interviewed. The Guardians choose John, but in the comics, it's because Kyle or Guy and Hal are wounded, and they just want like a backup Lantern, not a you've had your time, old man. So here's the fucking John to be a better man than you and do everything better. Yeah. I fundamentally disagree with everything they're doing, and I hope I'm wrong. I don't think I'm going to be. I think
you're not wrong, and they are going to kill Hal Jordan because Jon Stewart is going to have an appearance in Man of Tomorrow, so he is definitely going to die and only appear in this one show, which is disappointing. And this is the version of Hal Jordan that we're going to be getting in this one season or this one show.
Because we're getting 3 timelines.
It's 3. I thought it was 2.
They say 2, but it's 3 because it's before Superman, during Superman, and after Superman.
Oh,
so by the time we get,
it's all and it's all dueling timelines. All of the stories are
gone.
going to take place like at the same time. So we're going to be going back and forth, getting whiplash throughout this show the entire time. It's going to be really annoying watching this, on top of the fact that like you're already giving us this version of Hal Jordan, which we don't want. We wanted to see Hal Jordan in his prime, and instead we're getting this washed up version of Hal Jordan, like looks dirty, sleeps in his clothes, and rolls out of bed to go and do this work that he doesn't
on the ground,
that he like no longer wants to do. On top of that, it takes place on Earth, which, you know what, give me a cosmic adventure. Don't put it on Earth. Yep. So everything is just going wrong with this show. I'm not excited.
Y'all saying everything I would have said. Nothing. Yeah, everything y'all taking all my talking points. But yeah, I mean, it just looks drab. It looks pedestrian. The dialogue is terrible. I don't like this Hal Jordan at all. Okay, give me the heroic Hal Jordan. They want to give us this, like this guy that doesn't really want to be a hero. And I'm kind of tired of that trope. We're seeing that a lot where, does this hero really want to be a hero, or is this a burden on his life?
Or even in the flashback.
Okay, now I got to teach somebody else how to do this. And he doesn't even seem like he's excited about that. It's like the whole thing is just so frustrating. I'm tired of these superheroes not being heroes. We need heroes, not people that are, dragging themselves through life. Oh God, I gotta go up and put the ring on. It's like, come on, man.
We couldn't get a good Hal Jordan hero because that's not James Gunn's favorite Lantern.
Right. Which is why James Gunn shouldn't be anyway.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the lore, but I think my problem is with this is that it feels like a different show, a different genre. It feels like a military thriller, it feels like a Western or noir. It feels like something else. And so like there's so many genres that it's trying to be when I just don't see the identity being a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the fact that they cast Kyle Chandler of all people as this, washed up, reluctant hero, which is weird because Kyle Chandler is the guy you cast to play the hero in anything, right?
Yep.
I could see if they cast Dennis Leary as fucking, Hal Jordan, like that would make complete sense. But the casting, but casting Kyle Chandler as his washed up hero, like I don't get it.
Even in the flashback, he's wearing that fucking brown jacket, like
right,
bro.
Saw it again.
They don't
the only time
liaison
he's
with
wearing
local.
the suit is like when he's getting interviewed.
They don't liaison with local police. They don't ask permission from the town sheriff. They don't walk around in street clothes. They show up bright green with fucking domino masks and white gloves. That's what they show up with, and they do the work. Very proud to be Green Lanterns. Everything they're doing, I disagree with. Like,
and in that Entertainment Weekly interview, it's like they're going to be having like a battle of jurisdiction, just like the FBI and local police, except it's now the Green Lanterns and the local police, and he's having to go up against the female sheriff, the woman sheriff in the town. It's like, yes, that's what I want to see in my cosmic space adventure. No, thank you.
I gotta say though, I'm a huge fan of True Detective season 1. One of the best seasons of a TV show. Forget season 2 and 3. You don't ever need to watch those.
And you could have pulled a bunch of True Detective inspiration and had Sinestro and Hal in the beginning of Hal's career, where he's young and cocky and learning from a questionable. You could have had elements of Training Day with the way Sinestro deals with things, but you also could have put it in fucking space.
Yeah,
Mhm.
on
Right.
another planet.
Right.
Just put it on another planet. You could have been just fine.
Everything in Gunn's universe happened 10 years ago. By the time Batman shows up, everything's going to happen. He's going to be with Damian. Like, I get having a universe already off and running, but he's doing it so that everything has happened in the past, and now they have to rely on prequels and flashbacks.
It feels small. It feels small
Yes.
in the sense, small town. I feel like it's the same enemy that's in everything James Gunn now. The same energy. The one thing though, I like the casting. I like
yeah.
I
do
like
too.
I like the cast is really good. But the one line that really bugged me is the white lady at the end saying, "Go get it."
Oh, and she's probably a member
John
of the
Stewart.
Guardians of the Universe, the little blue guys that live. That's probably her in a human form, because we heard that we've seen Atrocitus. Like Atrocitus, he's big and red. He's a Red Lantern. He's a small little white dude that they cast because now he looks like. Yeah, we've already seen him in the trailer. He's got a human form that he's going to be in the show.
Fuck
Yeah.
this show,
So
man.
weird
what I'm saying.
because it's so
Just
weird
across the
because
board.
Green Lantern is totally the thing that would intrigue James Gunn, speak to his strength. It's
Right.
cosmic, it's weird, it's all the good. This is a grounded detective show. It makes no sense that they're approaching it this way. I mean, if you want to see True Detective, just watch the first season. It's on HBO
Right.
Max now.
Yes.
Or
and this
there's
is-
characters that they could already use to play this part, man. They could have done The Question and Huntress as a show, right? If they
Right,
want to do
right.
like this local small town thing, you don't use a galactic hero
No.
to fight in Iowa.
Yeah, well, and this is also Damon Lindelof, who did the Watchmen show, which is one of the worst things that I've ever seen. So it's like him coming off of that and then trying to do this subversive thing that is just not in his lane. This just everything about this screams train wreck, especially after this, which I don't get. It's like, read the room. You know that this whole, like I said, the Last Jedi syndrome, whatever you want to call it, like everybody knows that it is negatively perceived. You had a trailer that absolutely bombed and did not do well, and then you follow it up with this. Like, that's a terrible move. Like, who is in charge of marketing for the show?
But there's green in it. You see them using their powers.
This is what
He
you guys
made
want,
money.
right?
He made money.
Oh man.
All right. Well, there are a lot of comments about this. So normally we wait for a while to do comments. We're gonna tackle these for now. Then I've got a lot of their topics here. So let's go, Badger.
John Hugh gifted 5 Film Threat memberships. Thank you, Mr. Hugh.
Thank you, Sean Hu.
Elio for $4.99. Have you seen her Private Hell trailer? It's Nicholas Winding Refn's return to film since Neon Demon.
Oh no, I have
For
not
Private Hell?
seen that, but I like Nicholas. I like his work. I mean, he did Driver. You know.
Ooh, good movie.
Yeah. So thank you for that heads up. Haven't seen it yet. Probably react to it on a future show. That's great.
Why, Pilgrim Media, shout out for 2. Why isn't the Green Lantern Asian?
Yeah.
Right with the ing.
I know.
Why not?
You're gonna race swap them. Why do you never race swap them Asian? You'd be the most intelligent Green Lantern.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, look, it's high on the SAT score. That's all I'm saying.
Thumbs up 1981 for $4.99. Hal is the Green Lantern. They keep trying to get rid of him, and it never works. He's integral to the mythos. The others just don't compare.
Thanks.
He'll also be able to play the violin and the piano.
Yeah. Jon Stewart's great. Everyone loves him. He's never been the main lantern. The reason everyone loves him as the main lantern is because of the fucking cartoon. But in the actual comics, he's over there in the Green Lantern Corps books with all the other lanterns. Hal is almost always the main, except for Guy. Kyle. Rob for $79.99. Isn't it peak irony that James Gunn, king of space misfits and cosmic chaos, launches lanterns in his universe and somehow keeps it earthbound? Dude grounded the space cops. Yes.
Rob, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Very generous.
Yeah.
That's my point too. It seems that a Lantern Corps, show or movie or whatever, that's in the Gunn wheelhouse. I honestly don't think Superman is in Gunn's wheelhouse.
I'm guessing I'm guessing this was all a budgeting issue, right? I mean, the first Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds did terrible. Warner Bros. Was probably reluctant to do another Green Lantern.
We owe that an apology, by the way.
I know.
Sure, but I'm just saying, like, Warner Bros. Is probably reluctant to do anything else Green Lantern. So they agreed to do this with a smaller budget. That's why it takes place on Earth. That's why characters like Atrocitus, who is a giant red monster, is going to be some, human. I assume this is all because of budget. Because it'd be way too expensive to do a real Green Lantern show.
Share my screen real quick.
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool.
That's Atrocitus.
No, it's not.
That's him in his human form. He'll be wearing a human form disguise. By the way, I love this actor, but not as Atrocitus.
Great actor,
yeah.
But yeah.
It's so boring.
Wow.
And again,
Thanks, Rob
based
Shea.
on Earth 1, the shittiest version of Lanterns, where it's grounded, gritty, and realistic.
It's
So
boring.
Atrocitus is a character, not a bastardized word of atrocity.
No, Atrocitus is a fucking monster who vomits rage.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know.
I know.
what
I'm
to
like
do.
Badger's making up words right now.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, shout out for 5. Thanks, Badger. Now I'm imagining Ethan Hawke as Hal Jordan and Denzel Washington as Sinestro. Sounds better than whatever this show is.
I agree.
That'd be awesome.
Thumbs up for 199. Wish DC wouldn't rush to do stories from 2010.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Angie Carr for 499. Question about the MK2 movie and its supposed steep drop off this past weekend. Was it better off in October to capitalize on the spooky Halloween vibes?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
Would
so.
have been
Yes.
better in October.
Maybe.
They blew it. Not a summer movie.
It also could have just been a better movie.
That's
Bruce Leroy Jenkins for 2. Alan's future rear windshield.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I am getting, look, the windshield's getting replaced tomorrow.
Yeah, and your background is green.
I know. There you go.
By the way, this is what Atrocitus looks like. Okay.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah, that's
and
so
we got
important.
what we got, but this is what Atrocitus is supposed to look like, complete with his fucking cat, Dex Star. Thank you. Such a direct translation to screen. It's amazing. Tony
Big
Speed
game.
Racer for $9.99. The Green Lantern mythos has always had Earth stories. Even the original Alan Scott in the 1940s was an Earth-only hero with no connection to the core. What's your point?
I agree.
Just because they've had it doesn't mean this is
the lanterns. Yes,
Exactly.
they have Earth stories, but why not
Mhm.
start?
And also, Alan Scott's power was based in magic, had nothing to do with the Green Lantern.
the
Corps.
Star Heart. He's
Yeah.
Green Lantern adjacent. Lloyd, shout out for 5. Last week, Michael Pennington, a British actor who played Moff Gerard. In Return of the Jedi died. He was in the first scene with Vader. RIP. Yes. R.I.P. Sir.
Yeah. He was good. R.I.P. Hey, so another movie that we're all looking forward to, Avengers Doomsday. There's merch that reveals the 4 leaders of the Avengers team.
Okay, but why do they do this? Like they always fuck around and do this. Like they'll drop the toy line, dropping all kind of spoilers with the toy line. Why don't they just wait till the movie comes out? I don't understand that. Or at least a trailer, like a real trailer.
Well, I agree. I agree. Sorry, interrupt. Go ahead.
I think that sometimes with like the toy lines and releases of different merchandise, that oftentimes they get their release schedule and they just stick to it, whereas like movies can get pushed around and delayed, but sometimes those release schedules as far as like merch and stuff will stay the same. It's happened with a couple of movies. I can't remember which ones, but it has happened before where like you have the merch, but the movie, like you have the merch leaks, but like the movie doesn't come out for a little while longer. I think that's pretty much why.
Well, everyone remembers this was supposed to be a summer movie, moved to December. The movie Captain America: Brave New World. There were meals. I think it was McDonald's meals out, and the movie wasn't out. There was the Wonder Woman 84. They had like Doritos out with Wonder Woman, and that movie came out later. When they move schedules around, and these Nilla wafers though did release on time with the Mandalorian and Grogu. That's right. Nilla wafers here Grogu Nilla wafers I discovered at my local Target, and I was gonna buy these anyways. Who doesn't love a delicious Nilla wafer? But if you buy 2 of these with proof of purchase, you get $5 off a ticket. That's where they're going, folks. Buy your cookies, get $5 off to see Mandalorian and Grogu. There you go. So,
by the way, Grogu eats
Who
that
eats
in
the
the
Nilla
movie.
wafers? Kids. Kids
Yeah,
eat those Nilla wafers. You get money off of the kids' ticket.
Yeah. But Grogu eats that in the movie, and then there's actually some pretty good product placement for it as well.
Oh joy!
Oh, is that Chris disappearing, or is?
Yeah, we lost Chris.
No,
Man took
Yep.
himself out.
sorry, I'm not in
Oh,
there.
there you
Anyways, let's get back to this story. Badger, if you would read it.
I don't have notes for this.
Oh, you don't have notes? Are there no notes for
No.
this?
Not for
I mean,
this
is this
one
All right,
really
well, how about
specifically.
you read the story?
Yeah, is it okay? A new look at Avengers Doomsday merch showcased the 4 leaders of the Avengers teams, which include Sam Wilson's Captain America, Shuri's Black Panther, Yelena, and Thor. Doomsday is set to be the biggest MCU movie in history, featuring multiple teams of powerful superheroes from across the Marvel multiverse. However, one remaining question is which of these heroes will be featured as leaders, given so many names in play? An art piece for Avengers Doomsday featured many of the characters from the new movie. This image specifically highlights the leaders of multiple groups of heroes in this movie, seemingly confirming who will be the Avengers leaders as they face Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom.
Okay.
Shuri. Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Wilson's
Sam.
Captain America.
Sam
I feel like we knew this already, especially with the trailers they released showing
trailers, yeah.
Yelena of the new Avengers, patent pending.
And token
Thor.
white guy,
And Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
There we go.
So does Sam lead the Avengers, and then Yelena leads the new Avengers?
Right.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
full
But who does
And
Thor
then
lead?
Thor
Who's Thor the
leads
leader
the
of?
West Coast Avengers?
So my question is, who are the Avengers?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is the
Hulk and
the
She-Hulk.
This is the image they're referencing right here. So I don't
maybe
know.
they'll release the novel before the movie comes out.
That's happened before.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? And why is here's what's weird about this film is where's the trailer? Alan and I saw it like a month ago, and I'm just surprised. There were people that did whole live streams dedicated to reacting to the trailer live.
Are they waiting for Spider-Man? Like, is that what they're doing? They're going to try and release it with that?
I'm asking you guys, what do you speculate?
I mean, that's what I thought. I thought they were going to wait till after Spider-Man.
Yeah,
start
I mean,
showing it.
that's
I mean,
Marvel's
it's kind of
MO.
early. Yeah, it's still too early for. Like, what's the movie out in like 6 months, 7 months?
Are
It's
they
still
still
a little
writing it?
early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
I know.
maybe.
They're still trying to
Yeah.
figure out the ending.
Yeah.
Testing
I mean, you guys
endings.
mentioned the Marvel MO has always been we promote the next movie, which is Spider-Man. And then once Spider-Man's out, then we promote the next movie, which will be Doomsday.
Yeah.
Which will come in time for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah. That's what
In
I
fact,
think they're
I'm
doing.
expecting Comic-Con is when they're going to release the trailer. It's going to be that week.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think.
Am I the only one that doesn't care about this and I'm waiting for Secret Wars because this is just getting rid of all the phase 4 and 5 people that we don't like anyway? Hi, Yelena. And it's just the last one that we want that's going to have presumably Spider-Man in
Well,
the black
Badger,
suit and all the things.
we hope that they're white.
We
hope.
hope, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think Yelena's making it to Secret Wars.
I think so
she's
too.
gonna make it.
As long as Shang-Chi makes it to Secret Wars.
They won't kill the black guy. They won't kill the little white girl. They won't kill.
They'll kill the
Or the
Asian,
gay
believe
They're,
me.
they're
Yeah.
going to kill off Bucky Barnes.
There is a rumor,
You know who they'll kill? They'll kill John Walker.
but there is a rumor the Doomsday trailer will debut with Mandalorian and Grogu as a way to boost the box office. And it look, that will be confirmed this week if it's gonna happen. And are more people gonna go see that movie if the trailer is in front of it?
No.
I mean, you would think they would announce that ahead of time, like they did with
Exactly.
Avatar and all that. We're gonna put
Yeah.
the Doomsday trailer in front of Mando. Go check it out.
Yeah, 'cause there's no
Seeing that
point
they
in-
haven't done that. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
there's
they
no
saw that it
point
didn't
in
work.
doing it without promoting it because you want to get butts and seats for Mandalorian.
Exactly. All right.
I feel like that lineup, look, man, I just there's no hype going into this movie, into Doomsday. There's we have nothing to go on here, right? Other than Doctor Doom is in it. We don't even know who the fucking Avengers are. we have no idea.
It doesn't matter. You're supposed to go see Robert Downey Jr. and all of the old gang is back, and it's jangling keys and member berries. And look, we're bringing over some X-Men. That's what we're supposed to go to this movie to see. Okay, it's not about the story or the characters or any of that. It's about, look at these keys that we're jangling. Okay, come on in, audience. That's what it's about, man. They don't have any respect for their audience by even making this movie. They think they could just wipe away. Like, this was supposed to be Kang Dynasty. I never get tired of mentioning that. And Kang is obviously gone because of Jonathan Majors. And they just pivoted and they just threw Dr. Doom, who is a pivotal villain, and they just threw him out there for us. That shows you how little they care about not only the characters that they're adapting, but the audience. Because they don't care. They don't care how we feel about this.
But
they're just saying, guys, look, there's a movie.
They gave us Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom.
Yeah.
But we didn't even get a real Doom.
No, it's not a real Doom. Like, all of this is just so embarrassing to me, man.
Back to that Kang discussion, DA. Why didn't they just recast? It's not as if, remember what happened to Terrence Howard?
Yeah.
It wasn't what Kang
recast with Don Cheadle. Why
it wasn't what he did.
And Edward Norton.
It had nothing to do with
Edward
his
Norton was
problems.
recast.
They made Kang the cinematic lead after his one appearance at the end of Loki. And then it didn't fucking work. Like, they were reportedly looking to move away from that before anything with Jonathan Major's personal life. And then that just handed them a great reason. But Kang's it's not an intimidating villain if there's 1,000 other versions of him and Ant-Man is beating him.
I agree.
He sucks in the comics. Yeah. Sorry, he does. And they didn't even do that version. They did the overacting version. So they moved away from it.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, is that the way that they pivoted, the fact that you can pivot so easily from what was supposed to be your main villain that you had already given him his own movie, Kang Dynasty, that says that this has no pre-planning. They don't know what they're doing. They're just flying by the seat of their pants, pulling whatever they can out of their ass and hoping that it works. And now they're just going to throw a whole bunch of heroes and characters and faces, and we're just going to throw them all on the screen together, show up. And it's like, well, what is the story about? The people making the movie, the actors don't even know who they're acting against. Like, all of this is just shit show. It just has shit show written all over it. But it's going to make $1 billion because,
will it?
Yeah,
will it?
I question that.
It'll clear $1 billion. But I don't know if it makes money.
The X-Men wanting to see all of the X-Men come back and see their heroes come back, and all the curiosity with Robert Downey Jr. as Doomsday. It might. I think it will.
And
but
if they're smart,
I think that, Marvel cares about money, right? Like, that's it. They don't care about the audience, the story, whatever. They care about money, and the way that they can bring back money, because they're all done with their experimental phases. Like, they didn't work, they didn't pan out. They were trash, and they lost a lot of money. And so now they're just interested in making more money again. Let's bring it back. Let's bait the audience into coming back by giving them the X-Men. We're going to bring it back. Robert Downey Jr. He's not going to be playing Iron Man, but he'll be playing Dr. Doom. So you get to see that. Aren't you curious about that, Marvel fans? Aren't you curious to see what he does with this character? We're going to put everybody in the movie. We're going to have a whole line of chairs, a ton of characters in this movie. Aren't you curious about that? So I think that they're really trying to get people back in theater so that they make money, because that's basically the only thing that really
Toby Spider-Man fighting Deadpool and Wolverine in the beginning, if that's true, is going to get that trailer alone.
Here's the thing about $1 billion. The key to $1 billion is repeat viewing. If the movie's not good, you're not going to get repeat viewers, and you won't get to $1 billion. Period. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'll say it'll have the greatest opening weekend ever, and then it'll just drop off dramatically, unless it's an actually good movie.
And unless they maybe have a snap type moment in this movie that gets good enough word of mouth to people that it encourages other people with word of mouth to go and see it. But
my fear is normies have checked out.
Yeah.
Normies are already looking towards, hey, I think the two big genres that are popping this year are video game movies. That Street Fighter movie, every time I see that trailer, audiences are freaking out. They applaud at the end. It looks so fun. And YouTuber movies made for almost no money that performs so well. It's already in profits. Obsession already in profit. Wildly successful. So we shall see. James Bond, the search is on. And Tom Francis auditioned to be the next 007. I'm trying to think about who that is. Anyone know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, who?
I was just thinking this guy.
Yeah, so
This guy. Yeah.
there's a search. If you would, Badger.
He's way too young, man.
Pass. Tom Francis, the 26-year-old stage actor, best known for starring opposite Cole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard, has reportedly auditioned to play James Bond in the next installment of the long-running franchise. According to the report, the casting search is still ongoing and is being overseen by casting director Nina Gold. Francis is one of several actors rumored to be in contention for the iconic role, alongside names like Jacob Elordi, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and Calum Turner. Cosmo Jarvis was also rumored, though his representatives denied he is involved in the Bond search. While Francis has built a strong reputation on stage, his screen career is still relatively new. He recently appeared in Jay Kelly and is set to star in The Mosquito Bowl alongside Nicholas Galitzine and Bill Skarsgård. He also made his television debut in the final season of You.
Well, what do we think of this? And here, this is a thing here where there some more visual of this. Who is going to be the next James Bond? I mean, here are the most recent ones: Connery, Lazenby, Moore, Dalton, Brosnan, Daniel Craig. Who's next? They say they want something younger to be able to play Bond for about 10 years and 3 or 4 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jacob Elordi has been floated around. Do you guys have any other ideas?
I liked him, but I was talking about it on my show last night. Everybody said he was too tall. They said he's not gonna, I guess.
He's way too tall.
He is tall. Well, I don't.
So I was like, okay. Yeah. And I didn't even think about the height requirements for Bond, but if he's too tall, then, you know, I don't know who else. I mean, I've heard Aaron Taylor-Johnson getting thrown around.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor-Johnson, like he would do good, and it's like he looks like he can pull it off. And they also said that he has to, on top of like being able to act and all that, he has to ooze sex appeal. That was another like requirement for their search for James Bond, which Aaron Taylor-Johnson, I pulled up a picture of him last night. I was like, okay, he kind of oozes the sex appeal. And he's taller than Daniel Craig too, as far as height, because I believe Daniel Craig was 5'10". He's 5'11". So but I just this other guy, what is his name? The one that was just shown, was just pulled up. I'm not sure like why that was such a big article from Variety. Like, this guy has just auditioned for James Bond. Because I had to look him up the other night. I was like, I have no idea who that is.
Who is he?
Well,
look, unknowns might not
I think
be a
he's
bad
the very
move,
first
right?
audition. I think that's what it is. He's just the first guy to audition for the role. And so,
let me get your reaction to this from Out Magazine or Out Online. This is a gay publication.
Yes, let's go.
Really?
10 trans and non-binary stars who perfectly play James Bond. What do we think? We have Elliot Page.
Elliot Page
Now,
is
keep
American.
in mind, this
so-
is the best this community has to offer for James Bond before you scroll through this list. Keep that in mind. This is the best this community has to offer.
How about
for
we
the
just
role
set
of
on
James
fire?
Bond.
Come on. Keep an open mind. Let's see. We have, let's go down here. There's a little preamble.
I'm not keeping an open anything around these people.
We have Elliot Page.
Not British.
Yeah, not British. That's
That's the problem.
not British and doesn't have a dick. That might doesn't have a dick might be a problem. Continuing, Brian Michael Smith.
He looks zesty.
Wow.
Is he non-binary or
That is
gay?
a trans
Or is he
man.
gay?
Probably.
Okay.
Who knows?
All right,
queer?
we have Ilio Sheng.
Yeah, there
Alan.
we go.
There's your Asian.
There you go, Alan.
Representation.
Casted.
Ian Alexander. Now this
What?
What?
Holy.
Oh my god. This looks like, okay, this is really going to be a deep cut. But stay with me. Look at this Ian Alexander's face. looks like an actor from another bygone era who was in the movie 1941, trapped on a Ferris wheel, and he said the line "trapped like beavers." Does anyone remember that? He looks exactly like that actor from the 80s.
That actor
was a very deep cut.
Yeah,
that actor's great in the OA on Netflix.
But this person could be James Bond.
Oh. I mean,
Alan, look at his shirt. It says,
Asian, right?
It says "Wet Wild Wasian."
Okay, well let's see what the other choices are. Blue DeBario.
Oh yeah. Just screams James
This
Bond.
dude's banging.
Could this be James Bond?
Could be Blofeld.
Breaking ground.
Well, a gay Blofeld might have a totally different meaning. Let's continue. Theo Germain. That's quite a hairstyle.
He could play.
Props to them for the clickbait though, because
right.
This is totally clickbait.
Yeah,
I can't believe
absolutely.
we're looking at this.
But they
They're
can't even
not
find
serious.
people we've heard of. I've heard of none of these people except
Okay.
Elliot or Elliot.
Elliot-
Or whatever.
Elliot Fletcher. I got that wrong. Okay, don't read into that. I don't know who this person is. Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Did they just look up gay people that don't look like James Bond and then make a list?
He might be
another trans.
non-binary.
Is this another
Don't go
Elliot
on,
Ellen?
I have no idea. Okay, here we go. Zoe Terekis. Here's Zoe. Is Zoe? Wait, wasn't Zoe in Ironheart?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
All right,
Ironheart.
well,
he,
Y'all
she,
remember
they, whatever the
Ironheart?
fuck it
Yep.
is. Played one of the
One of the
henchmen
one of
or
the fighters.
they.
I already remember
It's
home.
an
Oh,
Ironheart.
shit, I couldn't do this, man.
One of the five.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going here.
Man.
Chellaman. Who's Chellaman?
The next James Bond.
Yeah.
No.
Is he showing off his top surgery scars? Is that what
Ah,
Yes. Oh my God, those are top surgery scars.
Good thing putting man in the name just in case we were confused.
just in
Yeah.
case, right? Yeah.
And then here we go. Leif Ashley.
very gay?
Yeah.
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 Could be. I mean, I could see a Bond villain, maybe a side character.
Sure, that's immediately killed. Let's just not do James Bond. Let's not.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, maybe we're
I
not.
know the fun's over.
Let's just re-release the Sean Connery James Bond movies and call it a day.
Yeah, these are. This is bad.
Yeah, because we'll never ever really get the Bond that we all know and love, right? We're not going to get the womanizing, drinking, smoking, shoot first, James Bond. We're not going to get that guy back. So we should just move on.
Yeah, it
You
seems
don't
they
think
want to do
Elliot
this
Page could be a
younger.
womanizer?
It seems like they want to do this younger James Bond, like as he's starting out or whatever, and probably someone that looks like the game that Amazon produced, right?
Oh,
First
yeah.
Light.
Like they're tying
It's coming
it
out
in,
next
huh?
week.
And that kind of looked like, or that one actor that you showed kind of looked like him. So maybe that's what they're trying to further tie in to that game and maybe boost sales. But I don't know. I don't know if I like that for like this fresh, untested James Bond. I'd rather have a mature James Bond who's sex appeal and who's already capable, and I don't know, like Henry Cavill is the two. You would make so much money.
Who
if
was
you
too
just
young
got
for it when
Henry
he originally, and now he
I
would have been the
know.
perfect.
Right.
But
I
he's
get
a
it.
great age. This is just ageism. Why do we always have to have someone that's so young? Like Uncharted,
want
that
the
adaptation.
actor-
We need to have a young Tom Holland, Nathan Drake. Just
You want
stupid.
multiple movies out
You
of
want
that same
multiple
actor.
movies, right? You don't want three movies and then he's already in his 50s. And like, I love Pierce Brosnan, but he was, or by the time they got, so I get it. Younger actor, that's what they're going to do with X-Men, but you still got to have all those other qualifiers.
But
Can't
Pierce
just be
Brosnan,
Henry
losing
Cavill
sex
does
appeal.
ooze sex
Pierce
appeal.
Brosnan made an
have to be
impact. Even
intimidating,
though he was
too.
old, he established himself quickly as James Bond. He probably established himself as James Bond before he was ever cast as James Bond.
Yeah, but the
Just say
problem is
he's too
getting
old
a
to make-
younger
Pierce
James
Brosnan
Bond.
could do it today, and I would be completely happy with that. With an older James Bond.
We're gonna get a
Doesn't
James
he
Bond.
want to
who's
do
gonna
it?
be
I think I read
fighting-
somewhere that he actually was like, "I'll do it again." I think he.
We're going to be getting a James Bond who's fighting toxic masculinity and white supremacy.
But wasn't that Daniel Craig?
What?
Was that
Let's
supposed
just-
to be
Yeah.
Daniel Craig?
Is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last
that
time
was.
Yeah,
movie-
wasn't Daniel Craig supposed to be, early Bond, the kind of the origin story as well?
But
It was
like
supposed to.
this conversation, like even think about this, man. Like the problem with Hollywood is they are thinking way too hard about what should be very simple. Henry Cavill is literally right there. All you got to do is cast him. All you got to do is make a good movie. Think about just making a good movie. Forget about, hey, 4 or 5 years down the line, we want to do that. Let's make one good Bond movie. Let's bring the people back in, and then we can figure it out from there. But instead, let's go and get a younger Bond. Let's make them like this, even though you have the perfect James Bond literally staring you in the face. All right. It's like Black Snape. It's like, instead of actually casting a good actor to play Snape, let's just go ahead and, get some black dude out of nowhere. It's like, why? Why? You have an easy layup right there. It's right in front of you. Just cast Henry Cavill.
Yeah, give Henry
I
Cavill a
think
chance to play
Henry
an iconic
Cavill would
character.
care too much, right? Like he would care too much, just like he cares about The Witcher too much, and they complained about how much he cared about the show and the character. He would care too much. They don't want someone who actually cares about the property. I feel like they want someone young who is moldable.
Yeah.
Also, I'm curious, is Denis Villeneuve involved currently? Because
Yes,
he's
he is.
still deep in post-production with Doom Part 3. So how does that work?
Well,
Well,
he is
his-
attached to
Well,
Bond.
his next movie is the Bond film,
Yes.
but they're going to drag out all this press about who is being cast, and they'll probably do like a documentary.
Presumably, he would have
But I
final
heard that
say.
Henry Cavill is currently the age now that Daniel Craig was when he was cast.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
the
you can
same
get 5 movies out of Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I just
Easy.
don't know why they don't like lean into it. If look, it's only people on in New York or LA pushing this, wimpified version of Bond. That's it. No one else in the rest of the country cares. If you put out a very masculine Bond who gives no fucks, like that's what we want to see.
But we're also
They want a
not gonna
soft
get,
twink
like-
Bond. That's
Yeah,
also not-
twink, Bond twink.
a
But we're
twink
also
Bond,
we're
yeah.
not going to get the nod and the winks either, right? Like when it comes to like the Bond girls, right? We're not going to get chicks with names like Honey Ryder or Holly Goodhead, right? We're not going to get those clever like
There's
names.
Nina on the top.
A lot
Right?
of China.
It's like we're
that's
not going to
the
get
best
like
name.
that good shit.
Anita
man. Like,
Mandablow.
Pussy
Well, you know,
galore, right?
So the
Yeah.
movie The Rock, do y'all know the theory about that? The
Yeah.
Sean Connery film?
It's
They
supposed to
think
be
that
James
that's
Bond.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying that it could work. It could work. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they don't
just
want
don't
that.
be ageist in that.
No.
Like I feel there's so many opportunities and so many I just feel it's just been done too many times in other things. And James Bond should just be already who he is and capable and trained. And I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of just he's young and fresh and untested and
Yeah, we don't need James Bond Begins.
We already
Right.
did this. It's called Casino Royale, and it was
Yeah.
great until the
Yeah,
sequels.
it was great. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
It was
right.
masculine as fuck. Remember the chase scene at the beginning? I immediately knew I loved it when he's chasing the dude that's doing
Yep.
the hardcore parkour.
Yeah.
He just busts through the fucking drywall, throws the gun. Like he was masculine. He womanized, and then he fell in love with whatever Piper, whatever her name is.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vesper, and spent the last of the movies crying over her because
Oh.
Even to the
got
last
co-opted.
movie, he was-
Yeah.
God, that last movie
so
was
funny.
freaking terrible.
That was a horrible movie.
But the point was
Let's-
he wasn't Bond at the beginning, and then they show him become Bond. Like we've already kind of done this.
Let's go to soups, then we'll get to our main topic, the Odyssey. Let's start here. And I'll be right
Such-
back, actually.
Great stuff coming out. Turquinty for 10. As a Gen Xer, these recent indie horror films, Backrooms, Obsession, Iron Lung, bring to mind the mid-90s indie film scene. The spirit feels almost exactly the same, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jason Nelson for 2. I started Chris's friend Jim Agnew's book. I dig it.
Yes. Go ahead and get it.
The Skeleton King for 5. I won't be surprised if they have Dex Star and make him goofy or cutesy. Green Lantern should be easy. It's space cops powered by will. Don't ground it. Yeah. That's the frustration I think we're all feeling. Dave
But
Chandler
also,
for
we're
10.
not going to get Dexstar. So
I swear to God, we might. It's just gonna be some damn cat. Anyway. Doctor Doom is going to be the villain in an Avengers movie, and I don't care. Past me would like a heads up from future me. Don't waste all that time loving Star Wars and Marvel. It goes to shit.
Yeah, he should have been a villain in a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
Pilgrim Media for 2. For that payday, Downey Jr. would dress as a clown.
Shit, I would too.
Graph Web for 2. In the name of all that is holy, hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Thank you, Graph Web. Pookie Malibu, member for 22 months. MCU is just doing what it can to speed through wrapping up the Avengers saga and move on to the X-Men.
Which they will promptly ruin.
Yes.
Also, it's not going to help them if Doomsday and Secret Wars suck. So,
yeah.
Right.
Dave Chandler for 10. If they can't make it through the Bond, James Bond line without making me laugh, they're not Bond.
That's a good test.
Pilgrim Media for 2. Does Mr. and Mrs. Page wear a prosthetic? You know, behave.
A prosthetic what?
leg,
Dave
Alan.
Chandler for
Leg.
5. Cast a British
third
war
leg,
veteran
some would
with
say.
no name recognition who looks like he knows how to kill people as Bond. That would be a solid gold formula.
Yeah, you don't have to have a veteran. I mean, a veteran actor to play the veteran war. Never mind. Go ahead.
Prophet JD for 35 Martian pesos. If we got the woman in Henry Cavill's comment section to supervise, the women in the comment section to supervise a Bond script, we'd get a Sean Connery type Bond. Yeah,
Will
we'd
we
get
though?
Henry.
I agree.
Yeah.
TK Bones member for 10 months. What the hell, James Gunn? Hashtag cancel the DCU.
It's
much.
working on it. They working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has a
They'll
choice
be
in the
there.
matter.
They'll get there.
Yeah. He might be canceling it himself. So
Let's get to our main topic. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has been the center point for controversy over casting Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships, caused a bit of controversy, and Chris Nolan appeared on 60 Minutes and just did not really address it. Let's look at a clip here. He talks about the IMAX format, which I think is really interesting, but does not address the criticism. I mean, it's not, he's not talking about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, because that coward didn't ask him about it.
Well, that's true. I don't expect these days in the current media climate, I don't expect 60 Minutes to actually do
their
anything
job.
groundbreaking.
yeah.
Unless that was Mel Gibson doing it.
Yeah, well, I've got more stuff to show, but
When
what
does
do we
this movie
think
come out? July?
July, yeah, very soon.
Mhm.
Actually.
Why are they doing like
Like
this
2
deep,
months.
serious expose?
Exactly. They are
Yeah.
promoting
because
this.
of all the bad
There was
press. That's
Time
why.
Magazine, 60 Minutes. They are really promoting this. Are they trying to get ahead?
This
of
usually
what-
happens after the movie comes
Well, I
out
mean,
when they
right.
dive
I
into
think
those
they're
details.
trying to portray the
They're-
movie as kind of highbrow and kind of a, an art piece. Not your typical movie. And I think that's why 60 Minutes is in on this and Time Magazine, as you say. But man, that interviewer is so boring, and he produced a very boring interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, again, it's like, look, you don't get rewarded for cowardice, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, he should have addressed the elephant in the room. That should have been the first question, right? With all the controversy, why did you make the decisions you made for casting? That should have been like his first question.
Well, look at this. I'll just share this. This is not broken. I don't know if people know about this. Chris Nolan cast a Trojan zebra in The Odyssey. He's breaking the mythology there. I don't know what we think about that, but all right, back to serious discussion.
So
Well,
at first, I was wondering what it was. And then you realize, of course, no one stays the same. Everyone is in that environment. And these are like they're all, at the end of the day, like we talk about JK, like at the end of the day, she's still a leftist. She's still going to make a lot of these choices. But it wasn't until I watched Drinker's video and he talks about how this whole thing that Nolan is basing this on is not the original version or any of the classical interpretations. It's based on the 2017 reinterpretation by Emily Wilson that is too long, didn't read. I don't care what they tell you in high school, Cleopatra was black. It's that type of thing. Well, here's what they really meant to say. So it was baked into his script from the beginning. From the beginning.
Why didn't they talk about that?
If you watch a lot of her interviews, like I found a whole bunch of her interviews and I was listening to them. She does come at it from a feminist perspective, and she sort of calls the men who, you know, did their interpretations of the Odyssey misogynistic. And, you know, she said that it's hard not to write or interpret from a feminist perspective. You have to do that. And if that's the version that he's going to be going off of, if that's the version, then that's a wild version, because when I was listening to her interviews, she is very much a hardcore feminist who put her views onto the Odyssey, and called the other interpretations misogynistic. It's and how dare you, first of all. But
let me ask.
Watching like this 60-minute thing with Chris Nolan, it was 100% a puff piece. It was very boring, steered away from controversy, and pretty much just feeding into the name of Christopher Nolan and all of the films that he's done before in the past that have been incredible, and just sort of like feeding into that, like, you don't want to miss this because it's the best film, it's the grandest film he's ever done. And they did a lot of focus on like the IMAX. There were a couple of things that I liked. The fact that he talked about how he makes his actors research roles inside and out to where they're the experts on their roles. I like that. I think most directors need to do that, instead of saying like, oh, you don't need to worry about the lore, just toss it out the window, don't even research it, we're doing something different. And then like the part where he talks about like, I'm the audience member. It's like, really, are you? Because if you really were the audience member, then you would understand that the audience doesn't want to see a Black Helen of Troy. We want it true to the text, true to the time period. This shouldn't have like too much diversity in it.
All Greeks were black people. Steph, haven't you heard that?
I'm sorry. Well,
Sonny Liston was able to inform us.
Obviously. And then there was along with this, they did also an 8-minute, 60 minutes overtime. And that was all about the IMAX and him going into and showing how they shot this on IMAX, going into the whole process. I found that interesting just because of the process of IMAX. But while they were doing that, they also showed Lupita Nyong'o. Is that how you say her name? I can't even.
Yes, Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. Well, I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but they put out a photo or a video of him talking to her on set. So there's another picture of her on set.
Well, let's discuss this. Lupita Nyong'o's casting, okay? Would she be considered beautiful because she's exotic and different from the Greeks? I could see that I'm trying to get into Chris Nolan's head.
Don't go there.
Well, also, isn't she playing two roles?
She's playing two roles.
Yeah, why? What is that about?
Playing the sister.
Oh, are they twins?
Because he wanted to.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to be twins. I think they're just sisters.
So there's two most beautiful women,
right?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to think of how he's justifying this casting.
Because I think it was in the Time article that he said that like he doesn't want to rewrite it or whatever, because you don't want to rewrite those things. Or maybe Matt Damon said that, but then they go on in the article to say all the things that he's changing about it, and that was one of the things, because he didn't like how they wrapped up that storyline in the Odyssey, so he decided to add more to it, and that's why she's playing two roles.
Well, let's let's pivot from Lupita Nyong'o, which I think that he's thinking in his head she's exotic and different. That's why the Greeks revere her as beautiful. Let's talk about
Travis Scott. Why Travis Scott?
That's a whole other thing. But what about Elliot Page? We don't know who Elliot Page is playing, and we know that there may be all it resulted in. I'm not going to show any more. There's a lot of memes that have come from this Elliot Page casting. Here's Elliot Page trying to open a jar of pickles. But what do you guys think?
Supposedly, she plays Elpenor, the youngest member of Odysseus's entourage.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way, it's going to be fucking alienated, whether it's Achilles or Elpenor or any male character.
You still have to have the audience accept the fact that that is a man.
Right.
I thought he was
I
going
don't
to play
reject reality and accept that that is a man.
Yeah, I thought he was going to play a confused soldier.
So confused.
I'm just so disappointed because I was so hyped when this movie was announced.
Man.
The Odyssey,
Yeah.
Christopher
Same.
Nolan, y'all know.
So pumped
I was
up
like,
for it.
2026 is going to be so lit. We're going to do part 3. We're going to have Project Hail Mary. We're going to have the Odyssey. It's going to be awesome. And from even the very first poster, was it in the scenes that they released, like behind the scenes filming, it seemed so not what I was picturing as far as lighting and color and just immersion. Just from that perspective, I love those old Harryhausen effects films, Jason the Argonauts, Cleopatra, like all of those hugely just incredible films. Even for the time, they still hold up, and costumes are amazing, props and effects that still hold up today. The Cyclops looks amazing in that. I don't know, everything that I see just underwhelms me. But even the casting, though, besides even when they first announced like Tom Holland and Zendaya, who just looks like
Matt
Chani.
Damon,
It looks like Doom Part 1's Chani. And there's just nothing that stands apart from that I would expect from this
She's
particular
Athena?
fantasy story.
Doesn't she look like a warrior and so wise?
Yeah, and we have 3 actors, by the way, that are in the same films. John Bernthal, Tom Holland, and Zendaya are going to be in 2 different films 2 weeks apart from each other. And I don't know, maybe I just have like
and
famous
Robert
actor
Pattinson,
fatigue
too.
because
Robert
I'm
Pattinson
tired
as
of seeing the same
Yeah.
actors all the time in the same films.
Yeah, they just keep using the same people over and over again to where it's reached this point for me where a lot of these people, I just see the actor now. And I'm
The
just like,
American dialogue.
Saying the word daddy.
Say
Yeah.
the vernacular,
Yeah.
the American
There's
accents.
so many things. It's just so many things.
The
And,
Travis Scott, because
yeah.
he says rappers are just like ancient Homeric poems. The not using orchestras because orchestras didn't exist back then, but I guess
But rappers
synthesizers and
did.
fucking IMAX did. Yeah, it's across the board. It
Yeah.
just is like, what are you doing, dude?
And Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan, just to hear that interview, he only talks about the technical aspects of it, the achievements of what it was like to logistics of filming on location and all of that it was so tough. But what about the artistic point of view?
Right.
What drew you to adapt this story? What
Autistic point of
stood
view
out
is
to
what he
you?
was doing.
He always said that about what made him fascinated about Inception and then Tenet and then Interstellar and in Oppenheimer. There were things that drew him specifically about those stories that he was so passionate about and wanted to bring those stories to life. But he didn't talk about that at all in that.
Yeah.
I just think
Just
that's
like
very
this
telling.
interview, it feels very sterile to me.
It is very
Right. Like
sterile.
him talking about it feels sterile. Watching the trailers feels kind of sterile. Like it just, like, I think you hit the nail on the head with that. Is it just does feel like he's kind of removed himself from like the fun and the artistic nature of this, and it's just become this like project that's this technical thing he's trying to pull off. But if the movie is boring, or if and didn't he say he was removing the gods and stuff from it too? Wasn't that?
Yeah, the guys
going to give real world.
What's crazy is he's saying he's supposed to be standing in the place of the audience, and then the audience is like, what is this? Nobody
Yes,
understands.
exactly.
This is ridiculous. Like, he's so disconnected, like a lot of Hollywood directors are.
I have an
Completely
answer
disconnected
for
from their
Elaine of why, because he talked about it. Because someone in the chat said that.
All right, well,
shout
it's
out to him.
2026 and casting for movies.
What?
That he mentioned that Emily Wilson version of it, and here's what he said. He said in 2025, while talking about, Nolan specifically referenced Odysseus as the reason. He said, I think it's the Emily Wilson translation that begins, tell me about a complicated man, the genius of the character, the cleverness, the inventiveness of him. That was a huge part of what interested me. He's not just a soldier, he's an amazing strategist, a very wily person. So Odysseus, played by Matt Damon, is apparently what he was interested in.
We've got a few more Odyssey related stories, and this I just got from the DA. I haven't seen this.
Oh yeah. This is good.
All right, let's take a look. This is how they cast the Odyssey. We're gonna watch this video and enjoy it together. Here we go. I'm very curious.
All right, well, it's 2026, and casting for movies is more of a business decision than an art decision. And even though this strategy has been disproven like 10 years ago, it's still going to take us like 20 years to figure it out. What strategy? Thank you for asking. The strategy that if you want to get gay and Asian and black and white people to watch your movie, you don't actually need to cast gay and Asian and black and white people so they feel represented. You just need to make a good movie. All right. Yeah, we still don't get that yet. The audience has made it pretty clear by now that all they care about is good content. They don't really care about political correctness and representation and casting, especially if that political correctness or representation and casting comes at the expense of authenticity or quality of the movie. Exactly. But since we care more about the advertisers and the customers, f*** 'em. All right, let's get into it. Do we have any women representation in the movie? Yes, Anne Hathaway. Beautiful. That probably makes up for any bad female casting we have. All right, moving on. Charlize Theron. Awesome. But seriously, you can stop. Mia Goth. Please stop. Zendaya. God damn it. Black representation. Yes. Lupita. I said black, not Mexican, but we could probably use that. She is black. What's her last name? I'm not even gonna try. Oh, okay. She's black. Oh, okay, excellent. Who's she gonna play? I was thinking the most beautiful woman of all time, but then I thought the most beautiful woman of all time probably doesn't have hair. It's too bad this Lupita chick has hair. You're gonna love what I have to tell you.
Wow.
Men. Boo. Boo. Right, but seriously, are there men in this movie? Obviously, we need somebody to carry the movie. Obviously.
Okay. Here we go.
Elliot Page. That could work. Plus, the director, I believe, has worked with Elliot Page in the past, so there's like a connection there. Has he worked with Elliot? Yes, in Inception, or well, I guess that would have been Ellen Page. So, is that the same person, or I have no. And who is this 84-pound, no muscle man going to be playing? Achilles, the greatest Greek warrior of all time. That tracks. Rapers. That's supposed to be rappers. Wow. Rappers in this movie? Probably a studio executive or two, but no, that says rappers. Yes, and we got Travis Scott. What? Yeah, Travis Scott is going to be in the movie. Okay, look, I'm not going to lie. I like Travis Scott's music, but what role is he going to be playing in the movie? That of a poet. A poet. Okay, no flame on LaFlame, but can LaFlame speak English? I really don't know. I don't think so. Let's just move on. Gay, only on Thursdays. What is there gay representation in the movie? Tom Holland? No, he's not gay. He's gay. What? He's gay, but he's not homosexual, so we won't be hitting our homosexual core. I just think he's gay, it's not the same thing. We can move on. So just to be clear, we have yet another movie with Tom Holland and Zendaya, an 84-pound trans man playing the role of the greatest Greek warrior of all time, which, keep in mind, was previously played by Brad Pitt in peak physical condition, and a bald black lady playing the role of the most beautiful woman of all time. This all comes off as very bigoted. Well, that's the point of Hollywood and political correctness, to push people so far away from reality that when you start speaking logic, it sounds like you're bigoted. Yeah, that is kind of what we do. So all of that, we struck out across the board. Is there any reason why people would still come to watch this movie? Well, there's still some really good actors and casting choices in it. Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, Anne Hathaway, like I said. John Bernthal, that cop guy from Narcos, he was sick. I mean, it's a cool story.
Oh my God.
It's being directed by Christopher Nolan. Okay, so it's probably going to crush. It's probably going to do very well. Yeah.
That guy was great.
Oh,
That's
no.
Awesome. So let's talk about this. Are these casting choices that people are questioning?
I'm questioning everything, man, because again, number one, starting with Nolan has never done this kind of press tour before. He's never done this.
He hasn't.
So I think he's scared. I think he knows this might be his first official Bond, right? I mean, people like to say Tenet. There's an asterisk next to Tenet because it came out during the pandemic, and it came out on stream and theater at the same time. So there's an asterisk whether it's a flop. This will be his first official flop if it doesn't do well.
Remember when they sold tickets a year early before anyone saw or knew anything about it?
Yeah, it's not going to flop. It's not going to flop.
I think what's going to happen, it's going to have a great first week. And I think after that, it's going to be so much bad word of mouth that it's just going to tank. But back to the casting choices. This is so weird for Nolan, man, because I feel like up until now, he's been pretty spot on with his casting, right? He normally doesn't let politics get in the way of his movies. And he's doing it now. So I'm wondering what changed, right? Like, was he threatened? Is there a video? Is there a video of him somewhere, like banging Elliot Page? Like, there has to be something to make him change.
Yeah, osmosis. You can't swim in the swamp and not get dirty. These are the people he fucking interacts with.
Yeah, but this is a guy who has the reputation. He has the awards. He has the money.
Right? Why he actually believes it. That's what I was saying, man. He's doing this because this is proof that if Chris Nolan gets away with this, all right, if this movie is a success, that signals to everybody in Hollywood, hey, DEI is still on the game board. We don't have, because remember, people were starting to step away from the DEI stuff, all of this racial stunt casting. They were starting to step away from that. It's like, hey, you know what? Audiences really don't like this. You know, we started to hear some of those rumblings. They're going to start doing things more authentic. If Chris Nolan gets away with this, all right, and this thing is a success, hey, man, we're back in business, okay? Race swap everything. That's what's going to happen.
It's not that, like, if he gets away with it, it's that he's doing it in the first place, right? I mean, Christopher Nolan has a very large, very dedicated fan base. He's the president of the DGA in Hollywood. He's one of the most respected directors. Actors like want onto his films. They that is like their goal as an actor, is to be in a Christopher Nolan film. It's the fact that he's doing this in the first place. It's a signal from Hollywood that, you know what, while you may think that the tides are turning, that we're going to change, we have no intention of changing. Our biggest, most well-respected director in Hollywood is making this film filled with all of the things that you do not like. So we have no intention of changing anything. It's the fact that it's not if the movie is successful, if he gets away with it. It's he's doing this in the first place. Like this, it's the fact that he's doing it.
Now, he's probably the only person that can get away with it at this point. No other director could come out here and do all of everything that we're seeing. I don't think anybody can do this but Chris Nolan. He's the only one that has the pedigree, you know, that everybody's going to, hey, I'm just going to go because it's a Chris Nolan movie. He has a loyal, you know, fan base, you know, that will go and watch everything that he puts out. So that's why I say this feels like a test. Can Chris Nolan do this insane, crazy movie with all of these race swaps, casting Elliot Page or Ellen Page as a man? Okay, can he get away with this? That's why I say when he says get away with it. Will the audiences still show up? In other words, will we still make this thing a 700, 800,000 or $800 million movie? You know, how's the box office?
That's the thing, because as I was saying before, that I was so hyped for this. Just Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey, and that's all I knew, and I was super hyped for it. But then, like, all of the images and all of the posters, and then this trailer. Watch Dune Part 3's trailer, and then watch The Odyssey. It is so amazingly different, and how quickly I'm immersed in Dune Part 3's story, and I'm just so underwhelmed by the trailer for The Odyssey, and I could not believe that I'm in this fantasy setting, this fantasy world. There's so many things that was preventing my immersion, like Anne Hathaway's Botoxed face should not be there. I don't know. I know he's worked with her in the past.
She can't emote anymore. She's so filled.
Right.
It's not supposed to be a fantasy.
So many things like that, and then saying the word daddy and saying the word and the lighting, and just so many things that are preventing me from getting any sort of intrigue or interest in this story. And then I watched the Doom Part 3 trailer, and it's like one of the best trailers of all time.
Yeah.
And you have those elements. It's a fantasy story, it's an adaptation, it's a diverse cast. But compare that to the Odyssey trailer, and it's just so completely different in how and the audience reaction to me personally. I'm just so in it. I am so hyped to watch Dune, and I feel nothing but I'm just disinterested in the eye. It's so disappointing.
And like, they know what they're doing too. They know what they're doing with this movie, because otherwise, why are they hiding a lot of these castings? Why are they hiding the fact that Lupita is playing Helen of Troy, and they haven't really showed her that much in the trailers? Why are they hiding Elliot Page in the Odyssey? Weren't they showing too much of her?
It's because the normies are over this shit now,
you know?
and they know it. And that's, I think, where we're
They're
at.
hiding
Is a
all this
lot of
stuff.
the
That's why there's a different
normies
feel
are
for
so
it.
over it.
I mean, but Chris Nolan is not known for having like big romance being a big part of his movies. His movies are kind of cold when it comes to romance. Look at Inception. Look at
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. I mean, just like there's something about it that like that's just not. It's not in his wheelhouse of strengths. And I agree with you, Elaine. There's something kind of distancing about it. I watched that Dune Part 3 trailer. Alan and I were fortunate to see that in a theater at a special
with
event.
the Zendaya.
Yeah, which is better than waking up in the morning and they dropped the big new trailer. Well, I'll watch it on my phone. I'm tired of that. Seeing that in a theater was amazing. Odyssey trailer, there's something about it that seems kind of cold.
Dude, I've been saying it from the beginning, man. I never thought Nolan was the right guy for this. Never thought it, man. And by the way, one of my favorite directors right now. I feel like he has way more hits than misses. I knew going in though, this is a guy who has claimed over and over that he does not like fantasy or sci-fi. He will ground every fantastical movie he gets a part of. He will ground it, right? As much as I love The Dark Knight, you know, it was just a crime movie. I mean, it was more of a crime movie than a Batman movie, really. But I knew going in. So I guess I'm not that surprised that it's all falling apart, because you can't have a fucking movie about the Greek gods and not have the Greek gods in it. Or not have them be a figment of somebody's imagination, basically.
Well, hey, let's take this a layer deeper. Check this out. This is from Sasha Stone's Substack. The Odyssey proves woke is a feature, not a bug. Badger, you have notes for this story. I'll bring it up on screen here, and we'll share the link with everyone as well. But here it is.
Despite occasional claims that woke is over in Hollywood, I believe it is still deeply embedded in the industry and in broader progressive culture. Casting choices in the Odyssey, particularly Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy and Elliot Page returning in the film, as examples of what I see as performative ideological casting that reignites culture war debates rather than simply focusing on entertainment. These casting choices are cultural tests where audiences are pressured to either accept them without criticism or risk being labeled intolerant. Modern Hollywood increasingly prioritizes political signaling, progressive activism, and status within elite cultural circles over storytelling and audience connection. I compare today's Hollywood environment to the old Hays Code era, saying both systems attempt to enforce an idealized moral version through filmmaking. In my view, the difference is that older Hollywood reflected conservative Christian values, while the modern woke code centers progressive ideology, diversity mandates, and activism against traditional power structures. Hollywood has become disconnected from mainstream audiences, focusing more on appearing morally virtuous than creating universally appealing entertainment. Films increasingly feel shaped by ideological expectations, awards politics, and activist pressure rather than organic creative choices. At the same time, I defend Lupita Nyong'o personally, saying she is being unfairly placed at the center of a cultural battle she did not create. I recall meeting her early in her career and describe her as a kind and genuine, while arguing that the industry is using her casting symbolically for broader political messaging. The dissatisfaction with Hollywood's direction could create opportunities for AI-generated entertainment and independent creators outside the traditional studio system. AI creators may eventually bypass Hollywood's ideological and financial gatekeeping by making content focused purely on what audiences want to watch rather than what cultural elites want audiences to embrace. Ultimately, I conclude that the debate around the Odyssey is more about than one movie. To me, it reflects a larger cultural struggle over politics, representation, entertainment, and who gets to shape mainstream culture moving forward.
I think the thing is, we didn't expect this coming from Nolan. He's not super, I would say politically, he's very much a centrist. He's very based. He's common sense. But do you think the reason people are overreacting, whatever you think, do you think it's because how could Nolan be compromised? Is that what it is?
I think what people are tired of is just the fact that we're tired. You know, like we have,
Right.
Look, I made a decision a while back. I'm not going to reward this kind of behavior anymore. I don't care if it's a movie I've been dying to see. If they keep pulling this shit, I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to give them my dollars and give them my approval for this kind of shit anymore. I will literally wait for the Odyssey to come on streaming and watch it that way, you know, because I have like a certain kind of bootleg box. So I'll do it that way, but I'm not going to reward this shit anymore. And I think a lot of people are feeling this way. Now, the thing with Lupita, I agree with him to a certain degree. I think she probably does know what's fucking going on with the culture war
This is
and
Black
all this other
Snake.
stuff.
This is, bro, you knew what you were signing up for.
But here's the
Yes.
problem with this,
Right.
you know, and I've said this to a lot of people, man. We got to stop expecting actors who have mortgages and bills to pay. We got to stop expecting them not to take roles, right? They're going to take the role no matter what. You know why? Because they're going to get paid no matter what. So they're going to take the role. Studios are the ones that need to feel this pain. They're the ones that need to, you know, see our message because they're the ones dropping money, right? Now, a movie like The Odyssey, which again, what is it? 400 million? Is that the budget?
I don't know.
Like there's a chance they might make profit. There's a chance, right? The weird thing is when you're talking Chris Nolan, it shouldn't be a might. It's like Chris Nolan is bankable until he's not. And I think Nolan is not doing himself any favors by leaning into this because now his credibility is being put on display, right? It's being put in question. So
the budget is 250 million. That's relatively cheap.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not bad. So it'll probably make some profit. And like I said, it'll probably do well its first week. But I think after that, the drop off is going to be wild after that first week.
It's going to have to be exciting and interesting to get your regular people to go see it. And that's the thing that I'm not getting from the trailers, which I mentioned earlier, is every trailer I see, I'm just like, this just looks very blah outside of all of this weird casting stuff. And so I'm just curious as to like what it's going to generate if it's not blowing people's minds and it's just this very kind of sedentary, sterile thing that it feels
people
like
are only seeing it because it's Chris Nolan.
Right.
Like if I was just, hey man, here's a movie, here's the trailer for the Odyssey. You want to watch this? I probably would have said no. What is this? This doesn't look interesting. Oh, it's directed by Chris Nolan. Oh, all right. Well, maybe, all right, I'll give it a shot. That's how most people are probably looking at this. And so they'll walk in because they trust Chris Nolan to, deliver an entertaining film. It's only 2 hours, so it's not going to be this long epic or anything like that. So I think a lot of people will go give it a shot just because it's Chris Nolan. But to the point of the person that wrote the article, Lupita Nyong'o is absolutely being used as an ideological, pawn piece for DEI. And if actors want to step into that arena for the check, that's on them. But if she's getting, dragged all over social media and everybody's talking shit about her looks and everything, hey, man, you signed up for that. That's what you chose to do. Unfortunately, that's just the world we live in. I personally would say, you know what? I think I got enough money. I don't need to jump into some ideological war just to prove some point. Let some other actor do that. I'm not doing it. That's me. Okay.
Let's not
if
take
I
their
had
agency
that bread
away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the sad part is they cast her because she was black and not because she's a good actress.
Right.
Derek, I hear what you're saying, but you also can't expect her to say no to a Chris Nolan movie starring Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, all these major actors. She's not going to turn that down. Like,
there's no way.
Now, here's the thing. To her credit, I don't hear her bitching about any of this. Right. Like, I haven't seen one thing from her. And to her credit, she's been quiet because she's taking her lumps. We got to give her that, right? Because she could be very vocal right now, and she's not.
By the way,
no, she's doing better than Black Snape because Black Snape is on. Oh man, they're talking about me. They're talking about me so bad, and it's like, bro, you signed up for this. Like, I don't want to hear it, man. You signed up for this. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. All right, don't give me that crap. But yeah, because she's not saying anything, to her credit, cool. But like I said, this is what I hate about it is that they're just casting her just because she's black. And just because they want to use her as some sort of a ideological stance, Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman ever. Oh, Lupita Nyong'o. I
don't think I noticed any in the past. I could be wrong. Lupita Nyong'o going off like that on any.
No, she doesn't do that.
In fact, she there's a story about her and Harvey Weinstein and how she rebuffed him like didn't care about him. I think the actress, you cannot blame the actors. You're right, Dante. They're taking a paycheck. It's when they speak out and make it worse. That's when it starts to really suck.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, for the record, I think you can absolutely fucking blame the actors.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I don't blame them for taking a paycheck, but you're right. Like the Black Snake, we'll see how that. I think that's going to ruin the new Harry Potter TV series.
By the way, it doesn't even have to be a conspiracy.
They know what they're auditioning for, the role that they're auditioning for. They know that this role could possibly get them some heat, some backlash. They're even told beforehand when they're cast in the role, like look at Star Wars, you might get some backlash over here, you might get some they know that, and they willingly take on the role anyways, regardless of the script, regardless of the story, regardless of the history behind the story or whatever, how it's written. They still take on the role. They
also believe goofy shit. Like the actress who played Cleopatra, even though Cleopatra comes from the line of Alexander and Mason done all that, she probably really does think that Cleopatra was a fine Nubian princess. I would not be surprised if Lupita really does think that Northern Africa had such a huge thing on that you know what I'm saying? They can do amazing jujitsu in their head.
Maybe her 8th grade teacher was Sonny Hostin from The View.
Correct.
You're right.
Like, I'm not even joking.
Hey,
like,
that's the Troy was black.
Hey, well, we should start a segment called "Actors Say the Darndest Things." Boots Riley,
all day, man.
Boots Riley has a movie coming out this week. I love boosters. Boots Riley, a very outspoken director. He's very anti-capitalist. This is the cast of I Love Boosters on the red carpet. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh my God.
And they're always, what annoys you the most about capitalism? The cast was asked, and someone edited this clip putting the net worth of all these actors on screen. Let's watch this quick montage and then we'll talk about it after. But check this out. You got to see this.
The thing that annoys you the most about capitalism.
Oh my God. There's a long list.
Iggy Palmer.
The only people that really benefit are the top 0.003%.
Starfire?
5 million.
It's very simple. It's just way too imbalanced. There's no way you need to have all that damn money if people out here and can't eat.
Shoulder tassels.
The unfairness of the entire system.
The thing that annoys you the most
Right,
about capitalism.
What do you guys think of this? What do you think of this?
I'm still trying to understand what's happening with those Asian girls here.
Yeah.
But
it's cultural
She has
appropriation.
long hair. Come on.
Look, man, I saw the trailer for that movie. It actually looks pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
And I like Boots Riley. I
really
had
like
the
that
pleasure of
trailer.
interviewing the guy. You were there, Chris. We were at what
Scum
bar
and
was that?
Villainy.
Scum and Villainy, yeah.
We have an interview with Boots Riley.
Really interesting cat, man. Really different guy. Very avant-garde and the way he makes movies. I think this movie's going to have more to say than what we're being led to believe, just knowing him and the way he directs. But just listening to that, though, okay, look, here's the thing, man. $4 million sounds like a lot of money, right? But obviously, Chris, living in California, $4 million ain't shit. So, look, he's being worth $4 million. I wouldn't consider him like the wealthiest of the wealthy, right? Don't get me wrong. He's probably not missing a meal, but he's not living that large either. You know what I mean? All of this is obnoxious, to be honest with you. It is obnoxious. No actor is going to take a job for free, for the most part, especially in a major movie. They're not going to take a job for free. So all this bullshit about, capitalism is so bad, it's a tired trope. I think a lot of people are just, they probably won't even go watch the movie because of this shit.
Yeah, but then again, it goes back to the interviewer. The interviewer is asking the question to get.
Yeah,
it's like saying, "Is this the gayest Boots Riley movie ever made?"
Okay, but Alan, if I'm on the red carpet, and they ask me about capitalism, I'm gonna say I love that shit. Right? Like I'm gonna say I love that.
No. Actors in movies are like actors in theater. They just feed off each other. It's an echo chamber, and of course, you ask them a question like that, they're gonna tell you there you go.
Yeah, it does go back to the interview. The whole time when I was watching that, I was like, the audacity of asking that question on a red carpet while they're wearing designer clothes and have like millions of dollars in their bank account. What kind of question is that?
It was like a mini Met Gala.
And they probably feel like they got to answer that way. Otherwise, they're going to get dragged on their Instagram because these things are going to get clipped and they're going to get pushed out there on social media. And then everybody's going to be talking about it. So the actor has a choice to make at that point. How do I answer this question? Do I answer it honestly? Like, yeah, I kind of like capitalism because I'm capitalizing off of capitalism. I'm making money off of it. Or do they keep it real? You know, like, what are they going to do? You know, that's the question. So, yeah, I don't, it's messed up to ask them that, but.
Yeah, you might as well ask him, what do you think of diversity in your movie?
Right. Like, how you really want to answer that?
But
was there enough white
Riley-
people? To
Boots Riley, as a filmmaker, is very political. He is straight up a communist. Like, he just said it out loud. I also think he's really creative. Like, just and we saw an extended look at the movie I Love Boosters at CinemaCon. It looks like it's straight up comedy. With
I'm actually interested in this movie.
Yeah, so am I.
This might be a good movie.
Before
But
we
you know
get
what though, there's a weird trend going on in Hollywood right now amongst actors and speaking out about capitalism, right? Because now all of a sudden being a billionaire is the big evil, right? It's no longer being a millionaire. It's if you have more money than me, then you are what's wrong with society, right? You are the villain now, right? Listen to Mark Ruffalo talk about billionaires when this motherfucker is sitting behind an iron gate in a mansion.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, well, also think about this. If you live in a communist society, could this movie have been made?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Before we get to soups, one last fun thing to look at. I don't know if you are familiar with the movie The Devils, directed by Ken Russell. It is amazing film. And the filmmaker Damon Packard put together this little video here. If you've seen the Devils, it's very much a 70s horror film, a lot of social commentary, not heavy-handed, woven in. And this is a group, what he imagines with AI, a group of modern studio executives reacting to Ken Russell's The Devils. I'll just play a little bit of this. It's like a 7-minute video.
Okay, so I watched some clips last night, and honestly, the 70s had like zero DEI oversight.
Yeah, this has been a recurring issue with a lot of our legacy titles. We've discussed digital character integration or possibly adding a contextual disclaimer before playbout. European horror is having a major moment right now.
Wait, is The Devil's French?
I mean, probably. British movies are basically French adjacent.
I just think we need to be sensitive because 70s directors were kind of intense.
Totally. Was Ken Russell problematic?
Was he considered indie?
Back then, all foreign directors were basically indie. I honestly thought The Devils was an A24 movie until yesterday.
Okay, wait, was this the villain? No, I think Oliver Reed was. Honestly, all the men in this movie feel like villains.
Apparently this whole thing happened in like Spain.
Okay, first of all, how do you even pronounce this? Loudon? No, I think it's Loudon. Wait, was this supposed to be Italy? Somewhere in Europe? Honestly, I'm not even convinced this happened.
No, literally. This feels like one of those fake patriarchal panic stories men invented to punish women.
And somehow he's the hero? Okay, I'm sorry, but this man is literally terrifying.
No, seriously. His energy feels violently pre-therapy.
Was this considered?
Does this feel okay? I know this is AI. This feels like what a modern studio boardroom is like.
This is The Witcher.
When you look
This
at
is The
around,
Witcher's writer's room right here.
Right.
right? This is the Witcher's writer's room.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my God! Let's watch a little more. But
Considered attractive in the 70s? Unfortunately, yes.
The yelling, the sweating, the emotional instability. You can actually feel the masculinity coming through the screen.
Oh my God, can you imagine him at brunch?
Everything about 70s male actors feels unsafe.
The masculine performance happening here is honestly exhausting. He's sweaty in like an emotionally threatening way.
And yet?
Unfortunately, the toxicity is testing incredibly well.
Okay, this is honestly kind of offensive. The way these women are filmed, it's just male hysteria project onto female bodies.
It's basically 70s sexolation. The nuns are literally crawling all over the place screaming while the camera just objectifies them. Straight men in the 70s were deeply unwell. Okay, but this whole era of filmmaking was like aggressively masculine? No.
this is like the boardroom at Lucasfilm. This is how the Mandalorian and Grogu got made. Was these kind of people. So when we talk about studio execs like Damon Packard, really brilliant indie filmmaker who's been experimenting with AI, this kind of feels authentic to what the conversations probably are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that scene in The Studio, if you've seen The Studio, where they're just kind of going in loops about the DEI casting and everything else, and they just can't come to a conclusion because everything is contradicting and whatnot. It very much feels like that.
These type of
Anyways.
women made She-Hulk. Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
That's my point. All right, let's a little bit more, and then we'll get to Soups.
Oh, totally.
Oliver Reed literally radiates toxic energy.
Right, yeah, totally. Didn't actors in the 70s just scream at women constantly?
Apparently that was considered intensity back then.
I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't release it. I just think we need to acknowledge the violence of the male gaze.
We might think about having a male gaze disclaimer in some release markets.
Yeah, but clips of him yelling are testing insanely well
Exactly. He's just another charismatic, toxic male narcissist. And everybody in the movie treats him like this tragic Martin because 70s cinema was obsessed with tortured macho men. Like, he literally radiates emotional danger. Women in the 70s had no choice but to romanticize men like this. Unfortunately, audiences seem very attracted to his energy. I'm sorry, but this guy is literally the embodiment of violent male ego. No, seriously. Everything about 70s masculinity feels emotionally dangerous. Apparently, he was basically like this in real life, too. The only footage I've ever seen of him is him getting drunk on some old talk show and horrifying everyone. Yes, I saw clips of that.
A woman will never, ever forgive a man that he fucks her. She is the receiver.
Never forgives him if he doesn't.
I'll buy that, sir. I'll buy that. So we walk in every plank, in every regiment, in every corps, in everything. But you are the receivers. You take our seed, you look after our babies, and we'll go do the hunting for you.
I don't believe him. Some poor female.
Oh my God.
We're talking about
By the
how
way,
died
Oliver Reed,
after a drinking contest.
he died after a drinking contest on the
With
set
SEALs.
of Gladiator with Navy
Yeah.
SEALs. So
That's
He
how you
won,
go
by the
out.
way. He won.
we'll put the link in the description to the entire video. It's about 7 minutes, but I don't know. I think it's very accurate. It feels very accurate to the modern studio boardroom.
You know, it's funny. It's looking at that. I'm wishing I could see someone who looked like me.
Yeah. Yes. But this is why this is also a problem for studios like WB, Warner Brothers, who have these old libraries of films that could be considered problematic, even though Ken Russell's The Devils is a classic. I mean, I watched that film back in the 80s on VHS. I wasn't old enough to see it in the 70s, but yeah.
I'm not letting studios off the hook for this stuff anymore, man. It's not that they don't know. They already know what's up. They know that we don't want this shit. They know that if they re-release a favorite old movie in a theater right now, people will go show up for that old ass movie in the theater rather than watch the new shit that they have right now. So studios know better than this, man. Like they're playing stupid. They're acting stupid, but they know this isn't something we want. Yet they keep hiring people like the women in the video we just watched for some weird reason, man. And I have to assume there has to be some blackmail going on. There has to be something else that we're not seeing for a studio to continue to lose money and stay on the same track that they're on. I don't get it.
Let's
Funny,
go to
you could,
Soups.
you could release those movies, but then you'd have to craft a well thought out disclaimer beforehand.
Yeah, that was in the video.
Yeah.
So let's go to Soups here. We'll go start at the top.
Just plain Kate for 5. Ian Alexander looked like Simple Jack in that photo.
Nice. Thanks. That's great.
Dave Chandler for 5. What sucks is I want to like the Odyssey, but by Nolan rather, but the casting plus the images we're getting in the trailers just make me think, no, thank you.
They are really going overboard promoting this. I wonder if they're concerned.
The 1A train for 20. You just know Scott Pelley of 60 Minutes enjoys the smells of his own fart. What an elitist piece of shit.
Oh, thanks, 1A train. Yeah, I agree. I feel like someone prepped him. He didn't come up with those questions.
No, I think he's a guy who wants to feel like he's a 60 Minutes reporter.
Yeah.
So you mean being a coward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. What are the chances that Nolan has Travis Scott's rap music throughout the? He says that while he's doing the poem readings, he's going to have trap music in the background mixed in.
Are you joking?
No, that was
No,
what.
he
Like,
said
so you know how
that.
Sinners kind of did that thing where it started. Okay, it's going to do that where it's going to be a pseudo mix. Yeah.
Yeah, but that
They
was
didn't
on
have
purpose.
orchestras.
But no orchestra.
No orchestra though.
But no orchestra. Yeah.
Nope.
That's
That makes tons of sense.
Bush and Ryu Cat for 2. If Odyssey was directed by Ridley Scott, it'd be okay.
Nope.
No, he's
I
gone
feel
way
like
downhill.
Gladiator 2.
Pedro
It'd be about-
Pascal is Odysseus.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
And 4 hours long and an absolute bore.
Francisco Sanchez Jr. for 5. The time I knew I did not want to watch Nolan's The Odyssey is when it was first announced. Dark Knight Rises was him slipping, and he hasn't stopped slipping.
Fair point.
No, that's not true.
I don't know.
Falling, slipping, right?
Yeah.
Tenet. Caveat ties member for 23 months. Lupita. No one gonna watch it.
Oh, a little play on her last name, Luongo.
Yeah.
No one's gonna watch it.
Rob
Good.
Shea for 30. I don't think we would have had this much outrage if we picked Beyonce as Helen of Troy. Just saying.
I would just go for it. Do like if you're gonna do this, alternative interpretation, then just go all out. I don't know.
Well,
Race
I
swap
was about to say that too. And
Like
I'm getting used
Clueless,
to
you know,
this
as
shit,
you
man.
know.
It's like, look, Lupita is attractive in a very nuanced way. They go out of their way to not cast traditionally beautiful Black women. There's so many gorgeous Black women. If you're going to do Helen of Troy and you're going to race swap, there are so many gorgeous Black women they could have chose from, right? That are traditionally beautiful. They don't want those kind of Black women. They want Black women with the very distinct features, right? Features where if you look at them in a certain light, they're gorgeous, and if you don't look at them in the right light, they're not, right?
Yeah,
That's the kind
Black
of,
as
like,
Night.
Black
That's
women
why they
cast.
wanted her. Yes, she's a
But they do
newbie
that
in
with
Black
all
as Night,
actresses,
dark
right?
skinned
There's-
princess.
Yeah, they do that with actresses.
So she
Anya
looks-
Taylor-Joy isn't traditionally, you know what I mean? But she's attractive enough.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of gorgeous Black women that they could have chose, man. Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You're saying because she looks African?
Thank you, Rob Shea.
yes, actually, yes, Alan. They wanted
There's
the
no
blackest
plausible
Black women they could find.
deniability. Right.
They wanted blackity black, right?
yes.
They didn't want.
Oh, she's black. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
Vanessa
wanted
Williams.
blue black. They didn't want, you know. Don't get me started. I'm gonna get y'all in trouble, man. I'm gonna shut
Come on,
the
everyone
fuck
join
up.
in.
What are you drinking, Dante?
Naveen for 16 months. You're the one that's allowed to say this shit. We're the ones that get in trouble.
Right.
Naveen says Greek, like Damon, Zendaya, and Lupita. Yes.
Yeah. Are there
Not
any,
one Greek in the movie.
Is there
Not
are there
one.
any Greek actors? I mean, like Matt Damon is Finnish. He's grandparents are from
background
Finland.
actors.
Well, that was the initial complaint about the Odyssey was the casting and that they didn't cast authentically Greek actors. Like that was the initial complaint from like the woke audience. Like they were attacking the movie for not casting authentically, and then the conversation sort of shifted over to now look at this casting, it's race
Oh, we're getting
swapped.
black and trans? Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't need this. Never mind. We're fine.
Yeah,
Right.
they sort of like started to become quiet because when the black and trans casting came out, they didn't say anything about that. Nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Andrew, for 1 Film Threat membership.
Thank you,
Sniping
Andrew.
people.
You.
Jennifer McMahon, Hawaii, $9.99. The casting for Nolan's The Odyssey seems more and more like the movie Gods of Egypt. Which Gods of Egypt is a bad movie, but it's really fun to watch. It's not horrible.
By the way, according to The View, Lupita is Greek.
Yeah,
Really?
told you so. That's why.
Yeah.
Ryan Potter for 2. Casting directors want lookalikes or feel alikes.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Macron lady for $4.99. I was excited for the movie, told my brother and sister to go together, which after the casting, etc., we won't be doing. I'll stay home and watch Troy. Good choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pilgrim Media for 2. How many theaters is this Odyssey movie opening in? Presumably all of them.
It'll be 3,000.
4,000. Yeah, 100%.
It's one of the biggest movies of the year. It'll be in a lot of theaters.
Certainly every IMAX theater.
Yeah,
CMD for 10. If it not enough to see the Odyssey, it must be actively boycotted for exactly what was said. It will signal to Hollywood that DEI slop is back on the menu if people just go because Nolan. Yeah, no one's boycotting.
I don't think. Yeah, that's not.
I don't think it's going to get boycotted. No.
I don't think it's going to get boycotted.
At least not the first week.
Yeah, not the first one. It depends on
Nolan
what people
still
come
has-
out saying.
I mean,
Yeah, he has too much credit right now.
The last time I remember, they tried to boycott Scream, the last Scream movie, and it was the biggest box office for that movie ever. Maybe this is having that Streisand effect. People
So you do
hearing-
want to boycott it then?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, I'm
I
saying
think
if you boycott it, it'll have the biggest opening weekend.
I'm saying movie boycotts. I can't think of one happening, but I see a lot of bad movies fail, deservedly so.
Yep.
Thanks. That's awesome.
Pushing review cat for 5. We got Clash of the Titans right twice, but can't do the Odyssey.
No, we didn't get it right twice. We got it right once.
yeah.
OG. Yeah, that second one.
Thanks.
Sam Worthington. No, thank you.
First one's all right. It's enough. Macron Lady for $4.99. Last year, I canceled my movie theater subscription and went back to reading classic books, and it was the best thing I did. Hollywood will never leer. Yeah, those leering sinners.
They never leer.
Yep.
Books are best.
The 1A train for 5. Woke Hollywood ran out of credibility, so Chris Nolan is lending them some of his.
Thanks to 1A train. Speaking of books, your book club, Elaine, I started watching. It's great. I love
it.
it.
Was awesome. We had such a great time last week, and look forward to the next one.
Yeah, it kicked off the first 3 chapters of Dune. It's great.
Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for $4.99. Possible red carpet question. What do you think of Gravity? Doesn't it hold the disadvantage down?
Oh my god. That's good. Love the Flash Gordon reference.
Boba Smith for 5. Instead of asking, what do you dislike most about capitalism? Ask what elements of capitalism can we use to help others who are in need? Ooh.
That would ruin everything.
That's a good one, Boba Smith.
Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for another $4.99. All Nolan's movie needs is the power of many.
Acolyte season 2. They need to make it. Bring it
Make
back.
it happen, you cowards. Make it happen.
Go. Come on.
PD the Greek for 5. Nolan's The Travesty.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Thanks.
Hayden Wayne for 20. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, said a few years ago, we are going to have to force behavioral change amongst consumers to get the world we want. I believe that mindset fits in entertainment as well. Yes.
Spot
I
on.
think it was meant for entertainment.
Thanks. Very generous.
Yeah.
Larry Fink said that when you change the culture, you have to see that change that you want echoed everywhere. And that's why it got all the way down to board games.
Wait, Alan should read this.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. From Foolish American for 2. Noran, you go woke, you go bloke.
Thanks, Alan.
Just playing Kate for 2. Beyonce is too pale to qualify.
Wow.
Thanks.
King Dude 1999 for 5. I miss the days when directors would go for an unknown face to play the role. You're not seeing Odysseus, but Matt Damon.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Pretty much.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That also
agree.
applies to James Bond. Like, I wouldn't mind an
Yeah.
unknown playing James
Just
Bond.
Specifically.
Me too.
Agreed.
I mean, like the original Star Wars, mostly unknowns. Even Harrison Ford was a bit player.
Wasn't
before.
Alec Guinness like the most known actor?
He's the
in
most
the
known
original
in
Star
that
Wars?
movie.
Yeah.
And then,
Harrison Ford was a carpenter
Right.
on the set, and then the guy that they wanted, like, what fell through or whatever, so he ended up reading. He was reading lines with the other people, and George was like, "Oh, you know, that was actually good. You want to try?"
Well, he
I
was
mean, yeah, Carrie Fisher, but she was a nepo baby.
yeah.
I mean, call it what it is. She was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But she wasn't a huge star at the time.
no.
Just playing Kate for 5. Chris, what year did the entertainment industry decide to stop entertaining?
Well, I don't think the whole industry stopped, but you can see culture kind of take a different path around 2008.
Yeah.
It's been a slow decline. And I really think the year 2000 after 9/11, things were different.
Yeah, I think
And it changed
2016,
after
something happened in 2016 that caused everyone.
But 2016 was more dramatic, noticeable.
The dominoes were being
I
set
don't know
up,
what happened, but
and then in 2016
It was
they got
before
flipped.
216, but 216 kind of kicked it off.
Yeah.
true. And want to thank our mods, Lord Thoth, MK Solid, ADLS24, and Ololique on Rumble. Alan and I will be back on Wednesday.
No,
with-
no,
No,
We're
we're
back
back. Well, that's
tomorrow.
right. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we'll do our live review of The Mandalorian and Grogu, and we'll talk about it in a week on Versus. And I
Seeing it
will eat
Thursday.
these Nilla wafers. I will eat these Grogu Nilla wafers on stream. So tomorrow we're
Dude,
live.
I'm afraid of
at
that blue dye,
Yeah.
man. Be
And I
careful.
want you to make baby noises.
Yeah.
I want you to make baby
about-
noises as you eat it.
And then
RFK should confiscate those from you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow live review. Wednesday we are doing a special show. We'll talk about it later. Everyone, let's go around the horn. Plug your channels as we wrap up.
Hey, Derek Anderson, the DA, daily videos, you guys know. And then, of course, the nightcaps, Tuesday and Thursday nights, anime nights on Friday nights, and then the DA's office on Sunday. See you guys next time.
Find me on Criticless, criticless.com, or on the app. Download it. Be reviewing all this stuff you're watching. It helps us a ton. So make sure you're doing that. And you can find me on Criticless Cast, especially on Thursday nights at around 7 to review movies that the critics hated. So we'll be doing Pandorum this week.
Steph, My Nerdy Home. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all at the same name, My Nerdy Home. Tonight, I will be on WW Pro's channel this evening for their stream.
What's up, guys? Dante Verbal Riot. Follow me YouTube, Rumble, and X. I will be streaming with Nina Infinity on Wednesday, and I'll be back on Flashcast this Saturday. So catch me there.
Oh, Flashcast. Ooh, how many gummies for Flashcast this week?
All of them.
Well, I'd rather do that than drink, because everybody drinks on Flashcast. So.
I'm just saying during the week, put the orange ones aside and eat those.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Elaine. You can find me here on YouTube at Nerd Cookies, where I do sci-fi and fantasy news and analysis. I just released a video that was taken from my recent Doom Book Club session about why Paul Atreides had to be tested by the Gom Jabbar. The book club was a huge success. I was blown away by how many in the chat showed up to deep dive into this incredible book and share their thoughts. The whole session is up on the channel if you'd like to see it. And the next book club session is Thursday, May 28th, 8 Eastern. We'll cover chapters 4 through 8. So check it out. It was a lot of fun. And I made bookmarks for the occasion as well on my Etsy store at NC Stitchery. Etsy, you can check it out there too if you want. Thanks again, everyone.
There'll be a link in the description to Elaine's store. So if you could share that link.
Hand stitched. She's got her own sweatshop. It's fantastic. Badgercast coming up in 30 minutes. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, now would be a great time because I'm under attack. Anyway, see you.
Sub to everyone's channel on here. There's links to their channels in the description. Oh, one last came flying in. Here we go.
Sphenorpheus for $1.99. Who would you crown as the best filmmaker currently?
Probably Denny.
I'd say
Robert
Denny
Eggers.
Either Denny or Nolan, man. I still think Nolan is still one of the best in the business right now.
And we shall see. I really think with the Odyssey, it may all work in context. It might work. I'm reserving judgment. I'm just going to reserve judgment. So
I'm going to wait for Zack Snyder
becoming a member.
Yeah. I mean, I'd also put Eggers on that list.
That's
but-
he's at my top.
Eggers,
He's on my top.
Oh yeah, and Wolfman actually opens on Christmas Day.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. All right, that's it for us. See Alan and I tomorrow morning. Our review of Mando and Grogu. Alan, what do you have to say?
Goo goo gaga. Let's get out of here.